Welcome to our annual Mystery Shawl Knit-Along, where we will unravel the clues and knit through one step at a time. So it is now officially 2026, and it has become a little bit of a tradition for us here at Stolen Stitches to begin the year off with our Mystery Shawl Knit-Along, and this year is no exception. If you've been here before, you know how our mysteries work. If you are new here, then welcome in. The most important thing to remember is that this is all about fun, discovery and enjoyment and knitting together. So don't let the mystery stress you out. I know mysteries can be a little bit stressful, but enjoy the process. Think of it a little bit like a good mystery novel. Just take it one chapter at a time. Don't skip right through to the end. Enjoy each stage as you're working through it. If it takes you a little bit longer, if you're a slower knitter, then there's no problem. Just go at your own pace and enjoy the process. So that's the main thing I would say starting out is do not rush, do not get stressed about it, and enjoy your knitting. Now let's take a little look at the evidence in front of us for this mystery. And we're going to begin with the first bit of evidence, which are the techniques that are used for our knit-along. So the two primary techniques that we're going to be using this year are brioche and Gansey stitches. Now, the two of these are going to be combining in a series of stripes and different patterns as you work through. If you are new to brioche, or if you're not a huge fan of brioche, then there are alternatives as you go through. In the pattern notes, I will put a brioche alternative in. If you are newer to brioche, then I would encourage you to give it a go because it is one of the most straightforward techniques of brioche that we'll be doing. It's single color, back and forth in rows, just very straightforward brioche, so it shouldn't be too difficult. If you haven't knit Gansey stitches before, what Gansey is it's just a series of knit and purl stitches that you combine together to create motifs and different textures as you work through. So again, very straightforward, just knits and purls used together in different combinations. The spark for this mystery this year all began with the yarn and with a swatch. So I had a swatch with a little bit of Gansey and a little bit of brioche, and what really stood out for me was the texture. It was done in a bouncy superwash yarn that had just, the stitches just kind of popped up out of the knitting. And so that's what I was trying to reproduce in our mystery this year. There's three different yarn options in our kits. Each one has its own little benefits and things that look really interesting with it. So I'm going to talk you through each of the options and you can make your pick. Out of each of these options, there are going to be different colors that will be available on the website. So I'd suggest having a look there so you can see all of the colors that are available. But I'm just going to give you a little overview of the yarn type. So we're going to begin with Albertine. Albertine is a French yarn and it is a 4-ply yarn that is 90% merino and 10% silk. And because it is got a nice, fairly high twist, it's also got a good bit of bounce. So it means that you get lovely plump stitches as you knit this up. I did find, because it's superwash, that it grew quite a bit when I blocked. So if you're working with this, make sure you block your finished swatch to see if it comes close to the gauge of the pattern. So that's one thing you need to keep out with that. I love the color. There's just really unusual, beautiful colors in this yarn. So option one. Our second option is Life in the Long Grass Moon yarn. This is a hand-dyed yarn, and the colors that we have picked are primarily semi-solid, with some of them have got a few little speckles going on. We didn't want to go for something very highly variegated because I feel that stitches aren't going to show as well with it. So if you're looking for a yarn in your stash, then I would go more semi-solid or very light speckles. This Moon is a fingering weight yarn, so similar weight. These ones are 100 grams rather than 50 of the Albertine. And it is 80% merino, 20% silk. So it's also got a nice high twist, so it should give you good stitch definition. The 10% extra silk gives extra sheen and lusciousness. And obviously with hand dyed, you get that extra depth and a little bit of variation in the color as you're going through your knit. Final one is our darnie. Darnie is a different type of yarn, but I think it still works quite well. 4-ply fingering weight yarn. It's spun in Ireland and it is 100% wool from lamb's wool, and it is woolen spun. And the reason woolen spun is important to note is woolen spun has got a lot of air trapped in it, so it means that it's got a lot of bounce, and when it blocks, it blooms. Big advantage of that, particularly if you're going between knit and purl stitches and you find that your purl is a little bit looser, that it can be quite forgiving. It's going to give you a lot of, it'll fill in a lot of the stitches after you have blocked it, so that it gives a slightly softer, more even stitch definition after you've finished it. So big advantage of this, and it's got a lovely woolly texture to it. Now, of course, those are the 3 ones that are for kits, but if you have got a good stash of 4-ply at home, you might want to make use of some of the yarns you have in your house. So what you're going to want is 300 grams of a 4-ply or a fingering weight yarn. If ideally you want them in the same color, because that's how the shawl was written. However, if you have got yarns that are in similar weight and you like the way they look together, you could play a little bit with the mystery as you go through it. Because of the fact that there is basically stripes of different types of stitch pattern, you could also combine those with different colors going through. It isn't written in the pattern, but I think it would look really nice as you're working through. So if you're up for a little bit of playfulness and a little bit of extra mystery, then you could give it a shot as you're going through if you've got the right weight yarn. And most importantly, when you swatch up a little bit of brioche, just do a tiny bit of 1x1 brioche and see if the texture looks well in the yarn that you've got. Now that you have picked your yarn, it's time to figure out how to unfold this whole investigation. It all begins this week with the launch of our pre-sale. When it goes on pre-sale, when you buy it, you'll get a pattern PDF, and if you buy it through our website stolenstitches.com, you will be automatically enrolled into the Teachable video workshop, where there'll be an introduction video there waiting for you. Now, if you buy it in Ravelry, you'll get a code where you can add the Teachable in. As the clues unfold and the mystery is revealed, every clue will have both an update to the pattern PDF, and there will also be an update to the videos, with videos showing the next section of the clue. So once you have your pattern PDF, you can then pop over and get hold of a yarn kit or pick yarn out of your stash. Next stage in our investigation is to get together with other knitters, and we're going to do that in KnitHub. We have a space for the Knitalong in KnitHub where you can chat with other knitters, you can share tips, you can dissect the clues and figure out the investigation together with other knitters. Next stage in our investigation is going to be our clue reveals, which will allow you to uncover the full mystery. It's going to begin in the middle of February, and there'll be 3 weeks where once a week you'll have 3 new clues are going to be revealed as we go through. As those clues are revealed, we're also going to have a few little spot prizes, because every investigation needs a little bit of an impetus to keep you moving through. For the first 2 clues, the prize is going to be a self-published pattern from us, a digital pattern. And the final clue mystery is yet to be revealed. That's going to be a grand prize, much bigger prize than the others. And a couple of weeks after the final clue is launched, that's when we're going to pick our prize winner. So all you need to do now is get ready to join the Knitalong and start the investigation for our Mystery Shawl Knitalong 2026.